Welcome to Sausage on a Fork, a podcast dedicated to the UK's longest running children's drama programme, Grange Hill. My name's Neil, and in each episode I'll interview a former cast member about their life before, during and after their time on the programme. Okay, welcome to the latest episode of Sausage on a Fork, and it is a very special episode because returning to Sausage on a Fork, I have been joined by Ruth Carraway, played Helen Kelly, Alison Bettles, who played Faye Lucas, Lisa York, who played Julie Marchant, and Fiona Lee-Fraser, who played Laura Regan. Ladies, welcome back to Sausage on a Fork.
Hello, Nearly Pops.
Hello.
Whoop, woo.
Hello.
Okay, so you've all been on the podcast before, and in fact, you were all guests in the first 12 months of Sausage on a Fork. And Ruth, if I could talk to you first, back then you were living in New Zealand. But for anyone who doesn't know, you're not living there anymore, are you?
No, I'm back in the little old Blighty, I am. So I came back about just over a year ago, March. Right. Yeah, so March 20. What year are we in now? 24. So March 2024. We came home. My husband came home a month before me, and I came home a month after. Not that we'd had a row, just figuring things out. It wasn't like, I'm going home first.
Just needed that month separated to make sure.
Yeah, no, it's a lot to sort out. As you can imagine, it was a lot to sort out going 13 years previous to that. And then there was a lot to sort out coming back as well.
Okay, so can you tell us then why you four are all on this episode of Sausage on a Fork then, please?
Why we are here is because myself, Alison Bettles, Lisa York and Fiona Lee-Fraser are doing a play together. I wrote a play called Lavvies that I put on in New Zealand in 2019 for the Dunedin Fringe that sold out, and it's always been a dream of mine to put it on in my home country as well. So now I'm back. Brilliant. I collared the girls, grabbed the girls, went, come on, you want to do it? They went, no. I said, yes, you do. No, we don't. I said, yes, you do. I begged them. I pleaded with them. In the end, I threatened them. So that's why they're doing it here.
So, before we get properly into it, because I'm going to be honest with you, this episode, because it's a group one, has got the potential to be one of the best we've ever had, but it's also got the potential to make me look like the world's worst supply teacher because it could be utter chaos. So can you tell us then, without going into too much detail, what the play is about?
So what the play is about, it's called Lavvies. It's set in the female toilets of a nightclub. So the name Lavvies is sort of a bit of a word play on Lovies. So yeah, Lavvies. It is mainly around friendship, but there's lots of showing of the shenanigans of all what goes on in the ladies' toilets. Lots of drinking, lots of arguing, lots of bitching, lots of overhearing and gossiping. But the main theme of it is around a solid friendship. And if a friendship can withstand some shenanigans that go on during the evening in Lavvies. In Dazzlers, so the toilets are set in the female toilets of a nightclub called Dazzlers.
Right. And is it right? Now, I don't know if I've got this right. You got the idea from a meme or a post or something that you saw on Facebook about friends in the toilet. Was it something like that?
Yeah, so I saw I'd always had an idea in my head about writing a play, and I always wanted to do it in one set, rather than having a play that's sort of moving different locations, because that's a nightmare for stage managers and a nightmare for the actors. So I wanted to write a play, and toilet seemed an obvious choice. And then I saw a post saying about drunk girls in pub toilets are the best girls or something, the best. So yeah, and it was sort of based on that really, and based on there was an old nightclub, Al will remember it, called Pizzazz in Grays, where I grew up. Lisa, remember that? Have you heard of that, Fiona?
Yeah,
yeah, so that's where it's sort of. I used to work in Pizzazz as well for a
That
little
right?
while. I worked behind bar two, which is that's where the main bar is set,
Yeah.
isn't it? Where the girls are meeting. So yeah, it's there's lots of little bases on, but there's nothing, no
Brilliant.
true story it's based on, if you know
Yeah.
what I mean.
And so you put it on in New Zealand. Was
Yes,
it still based in England then, or was it
it
based in New
so
Zealand?
was still, but it was still based in
Wow.
Essex, and the so I did it as part of an emerging writers program. So I
Right.
had to write a 15-minute piece, and it was yeah, so it was Lavvies, but 15 minutes, and then the two actors. I'd seen one of the actors before, Sarah Georgie, in a few different things, and they asked us because then at the end of this program, actors come in and do a rehearsed reading where they present your script, but they have a little bit of action to it as well while they're reading the script. And they asked me if I'd had any actors in mind. Well, I had Sarah Georgie in mind, but I thought, oh, I can't be that sort of picky because any actors,
Uh-huh.
know what it's like when they want a job. Anyway, who turned up? But one of the actors was Sarah Georgie and the other one was Rosella Hart. And those girls stayed with me throughout because then I went on to write Lavvies. So I wrote the long version of Lavvies
Yeah.
for Dunedin Fringe 2019, where we sold out 7 shows.
Wow.
And then from that, I wrote Lavvies 2 because they kept saying, "Come on, write them. We want to know the next instalment, the next instalment." So I wrote Lavvies 2, and then we performed that just before I came home. So literally, the last night was something like the 17th of March, and I flew home the 18th of March back to the UK 2024. So, and again, it was a sold out gig. So it was pretty cool.
Okay. So as we've said, now it looks like Alison's finished their dinner, so I can bring the rest of them in now.
Yay!
Yay!
So
It
Yeah,
was
you
a
got a
really
bit of
nice
pork in
dinner,
your
let me
teeth,
tell
Al. You
you.
got a bit of.
so yeah. So obviously the cast, the four of you are obviously all from Grange Hill, so you've known each other for a long time. But Ruth, well, you've said that you were fighting with them and threatening them and stuff. How did you land on these three like that? What was there much convincing in the end?
I think there was much convincing around whether they thought they could do it, especially, I hope you don't mind me saying, especially Lisa and Alison, because Lisa and Alison are the main characters and
Right.
they have a hell of a lot to learn, don't they, Fee? And I think
Oh,
as there's so much to learn, so many lines to learn, and I think it's the convincing of them that they can do it. It's like something, isn't it? When they used to do it all the time, we used to learn scripts like this, right, left, and center. But it's
Mhm.
something if you haven't done it for a while, it's scary but it's coming back, I think, is it, ladies? It's good to use that part of our brains.
there's a little bit of brain fog still there, though, mate. But
There's
we're
a lot
getting
of
there.
brain fog. Is it too late to drop out, Ruth?
It is too late.
So right.
I
Oh,
told you, I'll bloody threaten you with violence.
so Alison, if I can ask you then, so how hesitant were you about taking up the offer?
Um, well, it's really quite tricky to answer that because I don't want to be an actress. I'm
Right.
done with that. 40 years on, I definitely don't want to be an actress. However, how can you turn down Ruth? We grew up together. We shared a lot of time together. Obviously, Ruth lost her mum when she was very young, so we literally grew up together, and we go deeper than me just doing a play for Ruth. This is how can you turn it down?
Yeah.
I would so love to have turned it down, and I would still love to go, is it too late? Seriously, because I am struggling big time. Like
Yeah.
Lisa said, the brain fog, the menopause brain. And for me, the fear of learning them lines is really, 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 really scary for me.
Yeah. And Fiona, were you the same? Were you hesitant, or was it a case of, nah, let's do it?
Well, so I'm a slightly more advantageous situation because I did one of these. So my other half's daughter is about to go to drama school, and when we all met up recently, and very kindly she's involved, and her girlfriend as well, in this project now, sort of helping us with tech and understudy.
Mhm.
And they told us about an app that you can use that helps you learn the lines. And I think I saw the listing, and oh my God, Alison and Lisa have got so many lines. I've got about a sixth of the amount of
Right.
lines. But when Ruth said to me about it, and then she sent me the script, and I had a look through it, and I thought, okay, that's a manageable amount, because if I can't learn my lines, nobody's got hope in hell.
Right.
So it was way less daunting for me, and I just thought, oh my God, well, I bit her hand off, because I thought just to be with us guys all together again,
Yeah.
Oh, bless you.
so much fun. And you get to a stage in life, don't you, where you think, you know, if I don't do this, I'm going to regret it for the rest of my life. And I am really scared, but I
Right.
know we'll have such a laugh. And even if we have a disaster one night, we may not laugh about it that night, but we'll laugh about it 10 years
Yeah.
down.
And
Yeah.
do you know what? And I keep saying, Neil, what's the worst that can happen?
Yeah.
We freeze, we forget our lines. Do you know what? Audiences, none of us are trying to resurrect our acting career. So it's not like if we
No.
have a terrible night, they're all going to go, oh my God, they're terrible. We'll never book them again, because we don't care. We don't want to be booked again. But worst case scenario, it goes flat on its face. None of us can remember. We'll go and get our scripts, because the
Yeah.
audiences are very forgiving, especially when you include them and go, look, sorry, we got the menopause.
Yeah.
We tried really hard, but look, we can't do it. We're going to have our script here. We're going to have bits written up our arm, whatever.
Yeah.
We can do it. And I know that they can do it. And I think it's just their own, I
Fear.
think, yeah. And once
Yeah.
you get through it, once you sort of feel a little bit more confident with it, that'll all drop away. We've got plenty of time. But I know they can do it. I wouldn't have asked them to do it if I didn't think they could do it.
Yeah.
I've got every faith in them. And you know what? I went to a memory skills class the other day, and doing this sort of thing, learning something new which you're doing, is going to help with the memory anyway. So
Yeah.
it's always good to push yourself. And if you push yourself out your comfort zone and go into your stretch zone, your comfort zone gets bigger. And that's what we're doing. We're getting big comfort zones, not big
That's what my
fannies,
daughter said,
big
actually.
comfort
Just get out
zones.
your comfort zone.
Yeah.
That's what she said, just do it. But I'm crapping myself, to be honest.
I mean, there's nothing, you know, as you said there, you know, you haven't acted for so long, so jumping into a play it's the perfect way, like, you know what I mean? Let's not do things by halves. But Lisa, you've just said there that you are crapping yourself. Do you expect that to go away, or is it good to have that?
Well, the app that these girls told us about is literally helping, but still I am really worried about it. I'm going to go over. Me and Alison live quite close to each other, and we've got quite a lot of scenes together. So, and we did mark some out a couple of weeks ago, and it did feel a lot better, and we felt comfortable with this one little scene. So I'm hoping the more we sort of meet up and do it, we're going to feel a bit more comfortable doing it. But honestly, it's so out of my comfort zone. So I really do have doubts about it, but I'm going to persevere.
No, I mean, but surely it's good to have those, you know, to have those nerves, because what you don't want to be complacent about it, do you?
Exactly.
You know?
And do you know what? It's been so lovely spending time with the three of them, and obviously meeting this. There's another girl that's in it called Tia, and she's like an aspiring actress. So hopefully this will help. Hopefully launch her or give her confidence to go off and do whatever, you know.
Yeah, because I was going to ask, is it just the four of you? But you obviously you've just said we've got
one more,
someone else.
Well, we've got another extra two, really, haven't we? We've got Tia.
Well, yeah, exactly.
And then we've got Annabelle and Elise. They're sort of going to be, well, Annabelle's definitely going to be hanging around doing our tech and understudy, isn't she? But they're in Canberra at the moment. They're in Canada. I heard wrong. I was going, Canberra. Where's Canberra? Yes, and I think Elise is going to be around as well, isn't she, Fee?
And they're really good. And they were standing in for everyone.
That's it. And she, so she's off first to drama schools. She's going to Lambda, which is amazing. And I think that sort of week that we're performing, she's kind of moving into her flat, but she's going to be around as well, which would be lovely. And then Annabelle goes to Oxford School of Drama a little bit later. So she's literally understudying all of our parts.
Right.
Just in case.
I have to say, we're talking about the learning of the lines, and it is massively, massively scary and daunting. And we're kind of not selling this to anyone to come and see it. But if I can say, it is a brilliantly written, very funny, very astute,
funny, yeah.
Lovely play, and people should book and come and see it, because it's a one act play. It lasts for an hour, and it is a really good laugh. It really is.
I mean, for what I've seen on social media, there are already people buying tickets and getting involved. But the question that I've just completely forgot that I was going to...
Have you got the menopause, Neil? Have you?
Look, I was 50 last week. You know what I mean?
It's
It's
hit
hit me already.
Yeah.
So was it, you're saying you're using the app, but was it, have you just jumped straight back into it? Is it a case of, right, let's just hammer it, let's go?
I've not gone on the app yet because I've been away, so I need to speak to the girls and say to them, right, what's this? I mean, I did have a little listen while I was away, and it sounded like, I don't know, like I was like a Dalek or something. I don't know if there's a different voice that you can put on it, and it was just a bit crazy. So I need to get with the girls. I will say, me and Lisa had a little go, as Lisa said, and I couldn't be on stage with anyone better than my mate Lisa, who again, we go back a long way. We shared a lot of scenes together. We shared a lot of secrets,
Alison, as well.
yeah. I mean, we spent a lot of years growing up doing this very same thing. So being on the stage together again, and I play the part of Rachel. Lisa plays the part of Ange, and it is really like, Faye and Julie going back in time, because we understand each other, we get each other. I know that Lisa's going to have my back, I'm going to have her back if we freeze, which I'm terrified about doing. And for some reason I can't even tell you how many nightmares. This is serious, I'm not even pretending. I've had nightmares. My first nightmare was I couldn't find the stage to go on. So I'm running around the stairs, I'm going up and down stairs saying to everyone, where's the stage? Where's the stage? That was one of my nightmares. And the other one, that I get on stage, completely forget my lines. Lisa knows I forgot my lines, so we just literally ad-lib the whole way through while we're on the stage.
Brilliant.
It was so scary, I can't even tell you. And they are nightmares, and they wake me up.
Wow.
But we've mitigated the theatre thing, because the theatre is really quite small, so you're not going to lose your way to the theatre.
Be all right.
You're either going to be in the bar or on the stage, aren't you? So that's
I had one. I had
What's that, Lise? You've had one. Go on.
I was telling you, didn't I? I had a dream a couple of days ago that you went, you don't need to know your lines, you don't need to be in it. I went, okay. And I got wrong with it.
Getting bullied by Faye Lucas.
I think once we get our lines together, because Ruth, Tia and Fiona already know their lines. So
yeah, but we have only got small parts.
That's like even more pressure. Me and Lisa are going to be having our script in our hand, and we're going to be so like, oh my God, when are we going to get off the book? But once we are, and I keep counting the days, there's probably 39 days left to cover 15 scenes for me. And I'm pretty sure Lisa as well. Once we know the lines, I think we're going to get on stage and we will be ad-libbing and having such a great time with the play itself. Yeah. We're going to be all on the stage together. We're going to be comfortable. It's going to be like the good old days. And we're now the old girls. We're not these young girls that we used to be. We're now these old girls getting back on stage, doing our thing, as Ruth and Lisa said, taking us out of our comfort zone, which, it's a challenge, but being taken out of your comfort zone is absolutely the greatest thing to do. To just go in and smash it, hopefully.
We will.
And then think how great it's going to be when we come off after.
Yeah, definitely. And have you had rehearsals with all of you together?
Yes.
Right.
Just a couple with all of us together, and then sometimes there's one person missing another. But we've got one on Monday, haven't we, where we're all together.
Yes.
And that's going to be great. And then from there, because Lisa and Al live near each other, they're going to meet, and they've got the bulk of the scenes. They're going to meet on a Monday, and I'm going to come on a Monday afternoon, and we're going to just smash out your scenes, aren't we, as well?
Yes, we need our director with us to give us some direction. Because at the minute, me and Lisa don't know whether we're coming or going. We're where do we stand? What do we do?
You'll get there. You'll get there.
We did all right in that first bit, Al. I was quite impressed with us that day.
Yeah, we did. We got together on our own, and we mapped out our first one scene or two scenes, Lee.
I think it was one. I think it was just one.
Whoop, whoop. Only another 22 to go.
And the lights.
So are there any like big monologues in there? Anything like that mega for people to learn? Like,
no, there's a lot with Rachel and Ange. So Angela and Alison and Lisa. They've got a lot of two-handed, and because they're such good friends, it's that cutting in constantly. So sometimes it can be two monologues going alongside each other with just the sort of interjections happening sort of organically. So, which, but there's not any huge monologues, is there?
No.
Not huge, big ones.
They feel huge to me. They're like, and I will say, there's if anyone needs anything bleeped out, it's not going to be bleeped out, but there's quite a bit of swearing because Rach is a proper Cockney girl, and Angie's too. And then
Tracy's rough as gut.
Yeah.
So there is lots of effing and jeffing. So if people are a little bit sensitive, perhaps not come. But if you love a bit of effing and jeffing, or you can put up with the effing and jeffing, come along because it's going to be fun. Come and support us.
So
cheer us on.
Spirit, isn't it?
Yeah.
I was going to say, does it have an age limit on this?
I think I've put it as an 18. But that's sort of if people have got sort of mature, younger people that they can bring along that's not going to worry them and they can see it's just part of the story, then I'm fine with it. But yeah, I think I have put an 18 on it.
Okay, so important business then. Where is it? When is it? How do people get tickets then?
So where is it? It's at the Space, and that's 269 West Ferry Road, sort of. Is it Isle of Dogs or is it more Canary Wharf?
No way, is it?
Yeah, both kind of, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really?
So between Canary Wharf and Isle of Dogs. Now, it is going on from the 2nd of September to the 6th of September. And the 6th of September has two shows. That's a Saturday. It's got one at, I think, 3:30 and one at 7:30. All the shows are at 7:30. It's just over the hour, as Fee says. Fun. Now, it's got a lovely bar there. Got a lovely pass, and they do some cool food as well. So you come along first, have something to eat and a few drinks, or afterwards, or both, if you fancy it. Now, the poor Space, the theatre, has had their website hacked at the moment. The poor buggers, and it really frustrates me. I want to swear quite a lot, Neil, but I won't, because it's a wee community theatre. Yeah. And it just really frustrates. Go for the conglomerates. Go for the big people with lots of money. This is a wee community theatre, and they've hacked their website, and they're still trying to sort it out. So for now, you can get tickets by emailing them. So old-fashioned, going back to old school, is so that's info at space.org.uk. But normally there was links before, and it was only because I was on the someone on our Lavvies Instagram page went, I've just tried to get tickets, and so anyway, that's how I found out. I think Thursday night. So poor buggers, they've been trying to get this sorted since Thursday. So but yeah, for now it's emailing the Space in West Ferry Road, and they will book you tickets through that way.
How much are the tickets?
£20 for full, or if you are on some sort of benefit, you're an OAP student, it's 50. I think it's 15. Is it 15? 15 or 20?
Right. Okay.
20 is the main thing, and 15.
Cool.
I think that's how we've done it.
Since the recording of this episode took place, the Space website has been fixed, and you can now buy tickets there. Visit space.org.uk for more information. Now, back to the interview. Okay, so it's set in a nightclub. Now,
yes.
Fiona, when I interviewed you, you told me a story about how Peter Stringfellow wasn't very happy with you lot when you were in Stringfellows one night. I'm going to have to ask you this. Do any of you else have any other Grange Hill related stories from nightclubs from back in the day? Because, as I say, Peter Stringfellow wasn't very happy with you, was he, Fiona?
I don't think he was ever happy with any of us. I remember having I think Paul Van Bland had a party there once, and it was the day before the big storm in 1987.
All right, well.
Took some friends there, and I think my friends caused havoc. Yeah, somehow I think Alison rang and said, or it might be Lurkin, one of the two said, "Oh, I think you lot are in trouble." Yes, it was a bit of a palaver.
I think back in the day we were absolutely clubbing the whole weekend.
Al, do you remember we had? I mean, it's going to sound really sort of up our arses, but like, I think we was about 15, 16. We had like gold cards to Stringfellows and
platinum to the Hippodrome.
Yeah.
And we literally, it was like a little triangle or square. We literally was going Stringfellows, Hippodrome, Limelight. Do you remember Limelight? And we literally just, all of us were literally in the clubs every weekend. And we had them passes and we just used to be able to go in, but it was almost like a youth club and we were quite young. Very young. That is where we hung out. And
I can remember us going, like we would finish on a Friday at Elstree, and then I think Ricky had a car at that point. Lee Mack had a car. He had his XR3i.
Brilliant.
And I remember Ricky in whatever he had. His was something more like a Capri. I can't remember. Us following Lee Mack down there, and we would just park somewhere in London back in those days. And like you say, Al, we all had these cards to the clubs. And that was Friday night, and then Saturday night again, everyone would be clubbing. And then back in that time as well, sort of towards the end of that, there was that period where the whole rave scene started. And I can remember like some of the cast would go to those raves where you would never know where it was going to be. And then on like in the afternoon on a Friday, they suddenly say, right, be in this field in Surrey. Drive, like hundreds of people would drive to these raves. So that was another thing from the 80s. But were you girls in Stringfellows the night when Peter Stringfellow walked in and just went, "What are all these kids doing in here?" And someone went, "Oh, no, it's fine because they're the cast of Grange Hill." And he said, "I don't give a who they are."
It could have been that night. All I remember is it was a great storm the next day. I'm sure it was Paula's birthday. And the reason why we were there, I think it could have been her 21st, I think. It's so long ago.
Yeah.
Al, do you remember us trying to get into live? Bear in mind, we used to go in there quite a lot. And then me and you stood up on the little steps things there, and they wouldn't let us, me and you in. Remember that, Al?
Yeah, I think I do. I think I also remember being with Melissa Wilt, Jackie, and we'd put loads of makeup on and we was trying to look older and they were like, "No, you're not getting in." We probably was maybe 15 and we was trying to get in with all this makeup on and I was like, "No, you can't come in."
Camden Palace we used to go to quite a lot.
Yeah, Camden Palace and then Brown's. So when we'd gone to them different clubs, we'd end up in Brown's. And of course, I mean, we did get special treatment and we was up in the VIP. So we were literally rubbing shoulders with Elton John, Boy George.
Where was I? I wasn't.
All of them. Was you not, Ruth?
I was obviously down in Pizzazz.
Yes.
In the toilets.
But I mean, that's the thing. Like, if you try and explain to like kids now how famous you lot were, you're saying about rubbing shoulders with those people.
Yeah,
you were like mega famous people. Like, I know you might sit there and think, no, we weren't, but you were. You were.
It does
like
seem quite unbelievable, really, when you look back, because we're like, we're 40, 50, 40 years on really now.
Yeah.
And you do forget, and we've gone back to our lives as they are, very easy, played down lives. And then someone would go, "Do you remember that? Do you remember that?" And it was like, yeah, blimey, like Jonathan Ross would sit in there and who's that other fella with the dark hair who plays the piano? Quite a big...
Jules Holland.
Yeah, he would be in there and we'd all just be in there, just having a chat together, all of us.
They must have really bloody hated us, though.
Okay, so you've mentioned all these places. So which would you say was your favourite nightclub at the time? So Ruth, you go first on that one for us.
I used to go to the Wag Club. Do you anybody remember the Wag Club?
Yeah.
I used to love that because it sort of played some really cool music. So I used to go there quite a lot.
Where is that, Ruth? I don't think I know that.
That was just.
I'm sure you've been in there.
You know the street where
really
Chinatown, and then there's I can't think of the streets now.
No.
Anyway, it was downstairs.
It's a really small little entrance.
I think I do. And did it get raided one time? And we were all in
Nothing
there.
to do with me, Alison. Nothing to do with me.
That club was off of Regent Street. And there was me, you, again, I think it could have been Paula.
Yeah.
And we was all sitting in like this kind of booth and it got raided.
Yeah, I remember.
Was that not Legends? Are you not thinking Legends?
No, it wasn't Legends. It was going towards, it was the other side of Regent Street. So not Regent Street. You know the BBC radio, where you used to do the BBC radio interviews and whatever. We went there a few years ago.
Yeah, like Portland Place way.
Yes. Yeah. And it was that top end, and we was in a club, me, you, and I swear it was Paula, and we was all sitting there, and all of a sudden the coppers coming.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Wow. And Lisa, what would you say yours was then at the time?
I loved Camden Palace.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really did enjoy going there.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Alison?
Oh God, I don't know. It's difficult because they all had a different vibe, didn't they? Like not Legends. The Limelight was very dark and quite, dingy kind of.
It's sort of two levels, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, we had great times in Camden Palace. All of it. I really, really couldn't pick one because they all had their different vibe and different memories, and there were so many amazing memories with all the clubs. I absolutely just couldn't pick, I don't think.
Brilliant. And Fiona?
Well, I probably would have loved Camden Palace, but I don't. I'm from Berkshire, so I'm
darling. That's why she's playing Selena, darling.
Yes. My part in this play is very much kind of like, I suppose she could have come from Berkshire, or she thinks she's from Berkshire.
To be honest,
she really is.
I was going to ask because, without being honest to anyone, your accent is very different to everyone else's. So
she does play a poshie.
Yes,
she's a poshie.
I have to show her what she has to do when there's nothing to wipe her hands on. She's never shook her hands before to wipe them.
Oh no. I think she's actually a little bit nouveau riche. I think she likes to think that she hails from Berkshire,
right.
But actually she's probably from Grange Hill, to be fair, and she's just putting it all on. But I used to love Limelight was great because it was just such an amazing club, like you say, with the two levels. But I liked until we got the memberships taken away. I liked Stringfellows because it was smaller, and and like, in all seriousness, at that time, like you were sort of saying, Neil, we're talking about a time where there was 3 channels on the telly, and I think we were getting 8 million viewers watching an episode of Grange Hill. So you could sometimes feel a bit vulnerable, and that was nice when we were all together, because you didn't feel, we tended not to really go out on our own much, because at that time you would always get approached, and sometimes it could be a little bit frightening. So we did kind of stick together, I think, didn't we, when we went out? But loved Stringfellows, but it wasn't to be anymore after that night.
Brilliant.
The dance floor was always very good in Stringfellows, wasn't it? It was a smaller dance floor, so we was all just up on the dance floor together, bopping away.
Brilliant. For any Scousers listening, mine was at the Paradox. Now the Paradox, it's been knocked down now, and I was going past it when on the train when it was getting knocked down, and I was it was horrible because you could see inside, and it was just so. And it's now a Sports Direct, and it breaks my heart every time I go in there. But the Paradox for me, any Scousers listening of a certain age will know about the Paradox. Okay, so still on that vein, is there a song that when you hear it takes you right back? So for me, Set You Free by Entrance is the song that, like, when I hear that, it's like I'm back on the Paradox dance floor when I hear that. Is there a song for you lot? So Ruth, we'll start with you.
Mine is Jackson Sisters. I believe in miracles. I believe in miracles, don't you? But then again, I love a dance, Neil. I love dancing. I could dance to Old McDonald's. It don't matter. I just, as soon as just having a little wobble on the dance floor, I do.
Brilliant. Lisa?
Oh, don't get me. I could never remember the titles of songs. I'll just go on and dance.
You'll have to sing it for us like Ruth did. Brilliant. Alison?
I can't really remember a particular song, but
Just say no.
You just say no, of course. I know when we were filming at Elstree, back when the vinyls were, well, I know the vinyls have come back, haven't they?
Yeah.
I remember me and Lee Mack going to the record shop. That's what it was then. It was just the record shop in Elstree, in Boreham Wood. We would go in our lunch and we would go and buy Sharon Red records. I can't even remember what she sings, but I remember, and Rapper's Delight. I said a hip, don't stop, I can do the bam bam boogie. Anyway, I just remember going and buying records with Lee quite a bit. But I love soul now. I love Mellow Magic is my favourite, and Smooth.
No, soul
Lionel Richie. Yeah, I love anything soul really.
Brilliant. And Fiona?
I'm a bit like Lisa. I don't really remember what the songs were because they had started to do like mixing and stuff then.
Yeah.
So it was a lot more kind of clubby, but a little bit out of the club thing. I think my main song that will always make me think of us guys together, that was always on in the green room, was Hotel California.
Yeah. Welcome to the hotel.
Yeah.
And I reckon we all know the words to that.
Yes.
That song.
Alford used to play that a lot.
I think it's more George, wasn't it?
George,
It could have been George, yeah.
That song's like it must be like a rite of passage for people, because I remember I've been in Scouts all my life, and that became our Venture Scouts theme tune. Whenever we went anywhere, that was that same song. Yeah, it was. Everyone knew the words again. Everyone knew the words to that one. Brilliant. Okay, so a little bit of a quiz for you now. Not a major. Don't worry.
Have we got others, or do we have to go?
No, I'm going to ask you individually.
Oh, all right then.
I'm going to pass now.
So,
face your fear, girlfriend.
Out of the four of you, who was in the most episodes of Grange Hill? Ruth, who do you think it was?
Alison.
Yeah, Alison.
Fiona,
Alison.
yeah. Alison, who do you think?
I have no idea. Me and Lisa, maybe.
Oh, so it was Alison in 89 episodes.
Wow.
Ooh.
Who was next?
Lisa.
Yeah, Lisa, 73. Who was next?
Ruth.
I don't know. I would say Yuffie.
It was Ruth on with everyone's favourite number, 69 episodes.
Get you all naughty.
And then Fiona on 54 episodes. Now, and like I said at the start, you were all on the podcast in its first year. But whose episode do you think has had the most plays, streams, downloads out of the four of you? I'm only going to do the first one. I'm only going to do the top one.
Of everyone in the car?
Out of you four.
Oh.
Ruth.
Alison.
Yeah, Ruth, I reckon.
Okay, so it is Alison. 2,926.
Wow.
I get a medal. That's probably the first prize I've ever won.
So what I will say,
you won.
What I will say is you've all had over 2,000 plays. Wow. But I don't want to say them all in case you all end up fighting and don't want to.
We will.
And don't want to do this play anymore.
We don't want no rough and tumbles in the toilets.
No.
Oh no, there is.
Oh yeah, we're letting you into something there.
Yeah, there's little rough and tumble in the toilets.
A bit of hair pulling.
Brilliant. And now, on the same vein, so the podcast also goes onto YouTube, where we do the audio with the portrait, and it's not always the same sort of numbers that people get on this. So Alison's has got the most on like Spotify and Apple Podcasts and all that. But who out the four of you has had the most plays on YouTube?
No idea.
No.
I'd say
Alison again.
Yeah, me too.
Ruth.
So the one that's had the most plays out the four of you is Fiona.
Oh,
Fiona.
Hey!
2,675. Now,
Wow.
the episode on YouTube that's had the most is that reunion one that we did at the Tabernacle. That's had the most.
Oh, right, yeah.
And then it's Flair. And then
I knew Flair would be up there.
And then it's Fiona.
And George, isn't George up there as well?
So on Spotify, it's Ricky, then it's George, then it's Aiken, and then it's Alison.
Yay.
Oh,
Doing it for the
wow.
girls, Al. Doing it for
Girl
the girls.
power.
Yeah.
But like I
Well
say,
done, babes.
I think you must all be top 15 easy and all over 2,000 on Spotify as well.
Well done anyway, Neil, for sorting all this out.
Yeah,
Well
you're
done.
amazing, Neil.
for smashing this podcast. You know, I mean, everyone talks about the sausage on a fork now.
What a
No.
cool name. I
And
think
you've
what
got
we
so
need
many
to
people
do
on it.
is give Sausage on a Fork Man a wee happy birthday song. Are we ready? A one, a two, a 1, 2, 3, 4. Happy birthday
birthday
to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lily Pop. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you very much. Yeah. For anyone that
Don't
doesn't
give up
know,
our day jobs.
yeah, yeah.
Can't sing.
I did turn 50 last week. And you know what? If someone had said to me 40 years ago, in 40 years' time, you're going to have them 4 girls off Grange Hill singing happy birthday to you, there's no way I would have believed them, especially when they've all been on a number 5 charted single as well. Well, 3 of you were on it. Fiona was skiing with him.
Was you?
Yeah, Fiona was off with her other mates skiing on that one. Like,
One of my biggest regrets, but never mind. Lots to do.
So let's recap why we've been on here today, because as I say, we're very near the end. So if we can recap again for us, Ruth, what's going to be happening, when is it, where are we, and all that.
Okay, everyone. So the reason we're on Nearly Popsy's Sausage on a Fork podcast is because myself, Alison Bettles, Lisa York and Fiona Lee-Fraser are in a play called Lavvies. There's some more joining us, and Lavvies is set in the female toilets of a nightclub called Dazzlers. We're on in the Space Theatre, which is 269 West Ferry Road. I think it's 269. Yes, 269 West Ferry Road.
Well done.
And at the moment, their website is down because some nasty people, have hacked them. So until then, you can to hackers. You can get tickets by emailing them info@space.org.uk. So that's all we're here. It's on from the 2nd of September, so Tuesday the 2nd of September through to Saturday the 6th of September. And there's 2 shows on the Saturday, one in the afternoon, one in the evening, just over an hour long. There's a bar there, super fun, and we're just going to have so much fun as a team. Can I just finish off with something, Neil?
You certainly can.
I just want to, and I've written something down, so don't cry. Okay, I just want to thank you, lovely lot, girls, for agreeing to be on this journey together. We are going to have fun. Once the fear goes away, it just means the world to me, because I know you're nervous, but the fact that you've said yes to it means so much. So I really appreciate it. So thank you.
No worries, hon.
It's just so awesome to spend time with you, the amount of time that we're doing again. So thank you. And thank you, Neil, for having us on. And thank you to your families too, girls, for letting me borrow you for all this time. And all the people that are helping us put it on. We've got sort of people building sets and Tampax machines and all sorts.
Yeah, John's on the Tampax.
On the Tampax.
Yeah. A little bit at the moment, but it will be the best Tampax machine you have ever been delivered.
John's on the Tampax. That's the name. That's going to be the name of my next album, I think. John's on the Tampax. I'll have that one. Well, no.
Is that a Morrissey song?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. John's on Tampax.
My sister-in-law doesn't know it yet because she's on holiday, and when she comes back, I'm going to be telling her she's on the script off, in the side,
the prompt.
just off stage, just ready to prompt. So she's going to be the prompter, but she doesn't know it yet. But I feel better if I know she's going to be prompting.
Can she prompt me out?
She's going to prompt us all, Lee. She is going to be having that script, and if any of us forget our line, she's just going to be sitting there, and she's just going to go, and just help us out.
We'll be fine.
We will.
Brilliant. Girls, honestly, it sounds like it's going to be tremendous. It really, really does. So, yeah, so anyone listening, make sure you get involved, get in touch with the space, get tickets and go and see Ruth, Lisa, Alison and Fiona. Getting out the comfort zone, just having a proper go. Like I'm so pleased for you that honestly that you're going to be doing it. Like, especially when most of you said that you would never go near acting ever again when I spoke to you.
And here they are. And here they are. You just have to ask, or as I say, threaten violence.
Ruth, we've only done it for you, love. Believe me.
We literally have. Me and Lisa have our little chats, don't we, Lisa? And we're like, what the fuck have we done? And then we go, but how could we not do it for our Ruth? I mean, we are literally doing this for Ruth. We would not be doing this if it wasn't for Ruth. And
don't that just make me feel all nice, warm and
we love
smushy?
you, babes.
And I love you, babes.
Brilliant.
And once their website is up and running, all you need to do is go to the space and then just put Lavvies in, and it'll just come up automatically once the hackers have hacked off. Boo! Let's say boo to hackers.
Mind, I'm going to go and try and put my old man to bed. So I'm going to say love you and leave you.
Love you, Lise.
See
you Monday.
Brilliant. So,
Alison could get pulled out of
a toothpick and get me chicken.
well, we'll take that opportunity to say goodbye to everyone. So, thanks so much.
Thank you, Neil. Thanks for your time.
It's been brilliant. It's been brilliant. And to anyone listening, I'll speak to you next time. Cheers.
Thank you.
Thanks. See you later, girls.
Bye.
Bye.
Love you too. Bye.
Next week.
Yes.
Monday.
Off script, Lise. Really?
Obviously.
Off
Brilliant.
Bye.